So we just got done playing Pokemon Sword and Shield, and as last year, in person it looked so much better and it was so much fun. We got to run through a gym with Nessa, possibly the coolest gym leader I've seen in a long time, and play through her challenging water maze before arriving at the gym battle, the stadium battle, where we got to go eventually Dynamax. It was pretty cool to see how they're going to incorporate some small puzzle elements into these gyms, and I'm curious what the further challenges will be for future stadiums, gym leaders, etc. But before we get any further, two new Pokemon debuted in this demo. We have Yamper, the electric corgi, very cute, a little bit plump, and then we also have Impidimp, who is probably my favorite Gen 8 Pokemon at this point. He looks like a crazy monkey bat hybrid. I love him a lot, definitely going to incorporate him into my team. Hopefully he has some really crazy cool evolutions. But back to the demo, we then made our way to the gym leader. Battles are as you expect, but the new UI and the way that they've cleaned up the interface is really nice. It's a really great, I think, look for this game, as it's supposed to be the evolution of Pokemon, the next in the mainline series. And while Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee were more Pixar-esque, this one blends that styling with what you know and love from the 3DS. Therefore, it's kind of like a best of both worlds look for Pokemon. And while I didn't get the exact same holy cow, wow, wonder immersion, probably because we've already seen it on Switch, the graphics are definitely where they need to be, and I think you're going to love the look of the game when you get to play it in November. Once I got outside to the stadium, the roof opened up, and we were able to go Dynamax. Probably made the wrong choice, but Wooloo as the fan favorite, I had to take that sheep big time. So we Dynamax Wooloo, and he got wrecked. Not the best Pokemon, probably to waste that Dynamax on 3 turns once per battle, but alas we did, and we were able to eventually defeat Dreadnought with a mix of Grookey, Scorbunny, and Sobble. I thought it was cool if they gave you the full set of starters, because that's something that you probably won't be able to have in the game. They had raised everyone to level 50, so we got to see them at their best, and it was a ton of fun to be back in a brand new Pokemon world, because as much fun as we had with Let's Go last year, this is what we've been waiting for, and I think it's safe to say that Gen 8 has arrived, and we cannot wait to play more.
Another year, another Pokemon demo, and it feels so good to have Pokemon at E3 now and on the Switch. Sword and Shield, they've pierced our hearts, Gabe. We've experienced the next gen. We've experienced Gen 8.
No, my heart was protected.
Oh, because you're shielded.
Yeah.
I still want Shield. We still have to figure out a way to fight over that. But
Dominance.
In the meantime, what did we think of this Pokemon demo? Last year, Let's Go really changed the course. And I think we were more hyped because the Direct did such a great job of setting the stage for what Gen 8 and what Sword and Shield are going to be. But still, I come away from playing it really excited.
Yeah, I think it looks really neat. I think that the interface is like really clean, and we've talked about all that. But like last year, I was gonna say yesterday, like last year, this does just raise the hype levels a lot, really, because I was already excited, man. I talk about my lapsed fandom quite often, but yeah, I'm really excited to jump back in, see a bunch of new Pokemon. I know that people are like conflicted about this. I'm happy that they're not showing a bunch of them at once. I like the slow trickle effect that we are currently having.
It's anti-trailer culture.
Yeah, I love it.
It's pretty cool to keep things under wraps, and so when you do venture into the wild area, you're really surprised, and we're going to be really surprised because this demo housed none of that. We were talking a little bit about the difference between last year's Let's Go demo and this year's demo, and obviously last year they wanted to have you re-explore the world of Yellow, and they wanted to show what it's like to have Pokemon out in the field, in the wild. This year, focusing on a gym battle, I thought was an interesting choice. You know, we did get to see and have time with Dynamax. We did get to see all 3 starters, and we'll touch on them in a moment. But we did not get to explore, honestly, any of the really new features in terms of raid battles or the wild area.
Yeah, and that's probably the most exciting part about this game, other than Dynamax, because that's just like pure spectacle and it looks like so cool. But the raid is something that I really wish we could have like done, because it would have been a good opportunity. There was 4 of us there, right? Mm-hmm. So we could have just like had a fun co-op experience.
A 4-player raid.
The one thing I'm bummed about, and I'm wondering if there's like a reason behind this, like we didn't get to like catch anything. Mm-hmm. So I'm thinking that like motion is just like not quite gone, but sort of, because there was mention during the Direct that it's not going to like fully function
with the Pokeball Plus.
Yeah, so I'm wondering if this is just way more like traditional as far as controls.
I bet it is, and I also think that they may have wanted to emphasize the fact that this is tried and true Pokemon on Switch. So they give us a demo that really showcases, hey, this is the 3DS series that you know and love brought over. We've eliminated some of the goofy stuff from Let's Go. Don't worry, it wasn't a full conversion. Don't worry, we're not like all Pokemon Go'd out. It's now much more like Sun and Moon, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. And in that way, they did show how this is a better version of that. Plus, I think they just want to keep the wild area under wraps. I think they want to keep raid battles under wraps. As you mentioned, no catching, no item screen, so it was limited. But now that we had a chance to duel with the starters, have you changed teams at all, or are you still on the same side?
You know who I liked? I like Grookey.
Do you know? That little stick in his hand?
Yeah, like
I knew you'd like that.
Yeah, Grookey just looks so cool. You mentioned the little stick in his hand. Yeah, I like him.
I'm all Sobble now. I really did not like Sobble at the beginning, but after seeing his statue at E3, like the actual Sobble, I have to be him.
I mean, it's interesting that you and I just traditionally pick fire starters and Score
We're
Bunny.
swapping.
Yeah.
Score Bunny does have the best animation though. His little like
Yeah, because he's just there. He's raring to go. He's just like
hopping around.
Yeah,
He's so excited, ready to go. It honestly made me think of like a Sonic character, which is a little weird. A whole lot better looking than what Sonic's doing these days. But yeah, I'm absolutely Team Sobble right now. Nessa is a fantastic gym leader. I'm excited to see what they do for all of those, because one of the antes that has been majorly upped here, and we were able to see, is the presentation. And yes, it's more of a superficial element of the game, but to me, it does make it more fun. We're talking about, like, is it as fun as it should be? Is it more fun than we thought? That level of visual just panache is so cool, and I loved seeing the stadium and sort of how now the world is not just Pokemon are there, walking around, and it's realized in that way, but it's a world. Like, people come to the stadium to watch you battle. That's fantastic.
I don't think it's that superficial because it plays into the immersion, right? You want to feel like this is like a world that is like lived in. You want to feel like this is a world that maybe could even potentially be like realistic, like in an alternate reality of some kind.
Sure.
I don't know. So it definitely plays into the immersion. We talked about like even seeing the stands like actually full instead of seeing like 10 people in there. So I mean that was cool. Pure spectacle. You mentioned we keep talking about like ESPN, like esports type stuff.
Well, it was also nice to see and know that the gyms themselves are very unique, specifically designed areas, and then it's not until you get to the gym leader that you walk out into the stadium, which do look much more generic. So the actual like space that you're seeing in this video, where you got to like walk around and mess with the different water that's falling, the puzzle element,
there's valves,
which is cool that they're adding those challenges to the gym. Like, to me, that's kind of like the gym, and then you just like get put on TV to fight the gym leader, and they're like, hey, you're ready to go, esports, we're on in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Dynamax. But I like that the gyms themselves still have like those elements that feel like, okay, this is the water gym, and you'll get to be in the grass gym. The rumors are now like
new types
so spot on
for gyms, right?
So the fairy gym leader is probably happening because Nessa was straight up called out, and Nessa's real, so I'm guessing we're eventually going to get a fairy gym in this game.
It's cool to see a change as far as like these types of gyms, because you probably know what to expect because you've played a bunch of these, and it's the tried and true elements, right? So a change in that's fun.
Yeah, and I hope that the challenges within the gyms continue to expand, right? This one, it took us a couple minutes, but it'd be nice if there was something that was really complicated. Like maybe there is a psychic gym where you're teleporting around and there's invisible doors, or there's, fake doors, or you get trapped in different areas, and that causes an increase in difficulty or challenge. So I'm excited to see what they do there. It is really setting up to be a mysterious beyond, though. I think maybe they want it this way so that we don't experience the wild area until we have the cartridge in our hands.
I don't think it's unfortunately going to be like that. I think we see a bunch more. I think we get one.
Oh, but I'm saying play.
Oh, yeah.
Because they didn't let us play the wild area.
Oh, yeah.
So yes, they'll probably have another direct where they show off some new Pokemons and some elements that are a part of that. But I think it's kind of nice that they are consciously keeping that as this mysterious frontier that we eventually get to walk into. I walked in knowing what Pokemon is and enthused about the new generators, but I walk out just, again, reinvigorated for this series. It makes me so pumped to explore all that they haven't shown and check out those new elements, because the parts that we knew about and have known about for what feels like forever are solidified and stronger than ever. The full package, it's going to be awesome.
It really is. And I was just thinking just now, I think that part of the reason why they are just like sparsely, like they are showing the new Pokemon so sparingly is because they want to give us a chance to remember their names, because I know I struggle with that, Zach.
Let's go through them. Grookey, Sobble, Scorbunny, Wooloo, Yamper, Impidimp.
Okay, that's where I get confused.
Corviknight, Dreadnought.
I have the starters and I have Dreadnought down packed. Even Wooloo,
good.
even though
Gabe, we still got some months to get there.
Yeah.
You got 5 of those to figure out these Gen 8ers, and then they're going to blow open the Pokedex, and there's going to be so many for you to remember. But remember this game. How could you not? No one will forget about Pokemon Sword and Shield, but being a part of E3 in a big way, the biggest way that Pokemon ever has, with such a dedicated portion of the booth, awesome stadium feel, you got demoists and trainer outfits. This is the best E3 for Pokemon.
Where can I get one of those trainer outfits?
Oh, yeah, we got to dress you up for when that game comes out. We'll figure that out. In the meantime, let us know what your favorite features have been about Pokemon Sword and Shield that you've seen at E3 thus far, your favorite moments, your favorite Pokemon, Impidimp all the way. That's my Gen 8 boy.
You're a little biased because he's your brother, so.
It does remind me a lot of Jake. Who's your favorite Gen 8er?
Dreadnought still.
Dreadnought still? No Yamper for you?
Nah. Well, I mean, Yamper's fine. He looks like a little corgi, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I like Dreadnought.
All right, Dreadnought, Impidimp, and hopefully a whole lot more. Until that time, though, everybody, thanks so much for watching. Hope you're enjoying the E3 content. We'll keep it coming all week long and beyond. Until then, hit that like button if you enjoyed the video and are pumped for Pokemon Sword and Shield. For myself and Gabe, Impidimp, and Dreadnought, Switch Force out.